The show is amazing. I love the fact that it showed us different dances from different parts of China. Really got a different feel for different cultures and different aspects of it. And I love the second performance with the long pink sleeves.
The performance for me tonight was very superb. As an ex-dancer myself, I was very impressed. The training it took probably for them to have this show, put together, I was really, really impressed.
It really opened my eyes to see what's out there. Never seen anything like this, so it really was mind-opening.
除了精湛的技艺外，演出的深刻内涵也让观众在内心深处产生共鸣。
It's very rooted in a traditional foundation, so the culture is very divine, very, very spiritual. And myself, I'm a very spiritual person, so I feel like it's very aligned with what I believe in. I think that we need to see more of this in the world, and I feel like as we're westernizing, we're lacking some parts of the spiritual and the cultural and the traditional aspects of each culture, so bringing productions out like this and having the Western world see it is really, really great. I think we need to have more of a balance between our modern world and our spiritual world, so I feel like incorporating something like this and the values of God and spirituality are really needed in our life. So I think just incorporating that would make a huge impact.
新唐人记者张永静，加拿大温哥华报道。
中国新年大年初三，美国神韵巡回艺术团在加拿大温哥华的第二场演出持续爆满，许多文化艺术界精英慕名而来。出版商莫斯女士由衷赞叹，一生中从未看过这样美好的演出。电影界专业人士伊森女士表示，神韵展现出的慈悲与宽容，应当让全世界都看到。
美国神韵巡回艺术团在温哥华的第二场演出刚刚落幕，许多观众仍然沉浸在美好的回忆中。
It was just so awesome. I could not believe the energy, the youth, the discipline, all of the dances presented to us, the beauty of the costumes, the beauty of the dancers. It was just something that I could not believe my eyes. I've never seen anything like this before, and it's just too bad it's only here for 3 days. The storytelling is fabulous. I love the history. I thought the bringing the child and the orphan, that just pulled at my heart.
Absolutely fantastic. The thought and the choreography that's gone into this production is amazing.
I'm very sorry to hear that this is not allowed in China, in the country of origin. You look around and see so many Chinese themselves who are here because they haven't had a chance to see this kind of history before, perhaps presented in a form that is so beautiful.
观众还从神韵演出中感悟到慈悲和宽容的力量。
Every movement that has compassion, tolerance, and kindness is what I believe in. And what the whole world should believe in. And unfortunately, a lot of it is getting lost. And it got lost in China under the communist rule. If you don't have tolerance, you have wars. If you don't have compassion, you don't have humanity. If you don't have humanity, you don't have any spirit of kindness. If you don't have kindness, there's nothing.
新唐人记者张永静，加拿大温哥华报道。
美国神韵巡回艺术团1月30号在加拿大温哥华的第二场演出，观众席上不时爆发阵阵热烈掌声。第一次观赏神韵晚会的特里奥女士连连感谢神，让自己有幸观看演出。
正在学习中文的特里奥女士非常喜爱中国文化。看完美国神韵巡回艺术团在加拿大温哥华的演出后，她心情澎湃，依然陶醉其中。
Oh, thank you God. Thank you God I made it here. It's very special. Words are never enough. I'm still overwhelmed. I'm over the mountain with them right now. It was so beautiful. I felt so touched by the color, the people, the dancing, the message of the Buddha and Lao. I admire very much the culture of China. It does display a beautiful culture, a divine culture. I pity when I read today that it's not in China enough. It should be all over the world so people see the culture and the divine. Oh, many years pass, it's still living today. People want to carry on the tradition.
神韵节目中的二胡独奏让他倍感亲切。
When I hear it, it's like, oh, it's calling you home. It's calling you home. Like, it's beautiful. I want to see another one in the future.
新唐人记者张宁，加拿大温哥华报道。
This is my fourth time. Every time that I see that, I get goosebumps. It's an amazing show and it's breathtaking. It's like can't find anything better than that. The spirituality and what humans are standing for and what they should stand for. So that was very deep.
五大洲选美全球大使 Alok 女士，她感觉到神韵在送人回归天国家园。
I thought it was wonderful, and as someone who's a mystic myself and I connect to these dimensions and beautiful deities, I can tell you it was a beautiful way of expressing it through art, through dance, through sound, because sound is very healing. Love the scrolls of the amazing things that were written and translated through the heavens for the people and how that was rejoiced. And even though it showed that physically it looked like they didn't have support or help, they did from the gods in heaven. So it always shows that there is something bigger and beyond out there that is always guiding, helping us. We've come from the heavens, we've come into this world, we forgot all about it, and we're here to go back to it, to find our divinity. So I think it's very important to see these types of things because it takes us back. It ignites our heart to look into something much more deeper in some way, to put some goodness out in some way, to put some of these beautiful stories of love, of God, to give people that hope again.
新唐人温哥华记者站采访报道。丹杜马奎林先生多年来一直想观看神韵晚会，他说今年终于如愿以偿，得以与同事一同前往观赏。
It's really awesome and it's one of a kind. You cannot see it in anywhere else, but you can only see it with Shenyang. And I think we will be here next year too. I think I will spread not only the show itself, the music itself, but I will share to other people the message that you are conveying, guys. There is a message that people should know and should be watching, not only because it's beautiful dances, but the message itself, the soul and the spirit of this show.
马奎林认为神韵是一场寻根之旅。
This kind of presentation can no longer be seen in China. I think going back to the very roots of where we come from is very important because that's where we get the meaning of who we are and we come from.
神韵以艺术形式展现中华神传文化的内涵。2个小时的演出中，除了民族民间舞蹈外，也包括小舞剧故事，如远古传说、历史人物典故，到当代中国发生的典型事件等。
I really get the message of what is happening in China right now. The faith is being persecuted. The way I like it is all the message of there is a hope beyond all the sufferings that people are going through because they stood for their faith. There is hope, and something I hope will change in China. Truth will always be there, no matter what people will say, and no matter what people will try to do to discredit that. But truth will always prevail. They endure the pain because they know there is something, there's valuable that they're holding to, and no matter what happens, they will keep it. They will hold it. They will treasure it. They will value it, even in death. They will keep on, and even if those people dies, truth will prevail. Compassion will continue, and the endurance and patience will continue to flourish into all the world.
新唐人记者张宁，加拿大温哥华报道。
一家南亚媒体集团的总裁在观看了美国神韵巡回艺术团在温哥华的最后一场演出后，对神韵制作人通过杰出的艺术启发人类向善、返本归真的智慧深表敬佩。他表示，演出中蕴含的美德是生命的根本。
彭加利亚先生曾拥有自己的舞蹈学校，教授传统的印度舞蹈，有25年组织演出的经验。
I absolutely just love it. This is one of the top I've ever seen. Just the colors, the vibrancy, the storyline, the storytelling itself, just brilliantly choreographed. Tell stories like that through song and dance is just so beautiful. It makes such an impact for all generations. You look at the caliber of dance and you look at the messages, you look at the colors of the costumes, the composition, along with the visual effects. My goodness, I mean, even the poetry that goes along with it in various different regions bringing it out together. The fact that we cannot see a play like this back in China, to me, it's kind of disappointing.
他称赞神韵演出启发人向善，返本归真。
Really let people think about what's going on and stand up for what is right. This type of effort and caliber of show speaks to the heart of all. Those values are there for all humanity, and for all humanity to excel to the true self, we need to grasp those values and traditions, because those are basic fundamental of survival. I think it's instrumental, it's admirable. I mean, the fact that he wants to bring this type of a talent and tell the true stories through song and dance, that's a true artist.
新唐人记者张宁、张永进，温哥华报道。
1月31号，美国神韵巡回艺术团在加拿大温哥华的演出，主办方接连佳作，依然是座无虚席。剧场行业主管表示，神韵晚会创下了同时段剧场的票房纪录。
加拿大以多元文化作为立国之本，身处加拿大西部的温哥华人也早已被多国多姿的文化熏陶的品味不凡。然而近年来，观赏神韵晚会似乎成为他们的新时尚。虽然正值工作日，不过神韵今年在温哥华伊丽莎白女皇剧院的3天演出，票房依然全部爆满，接连佳作。
In the theater world, Mondays are usually what we call the dark night, Monday matinee, which is even more harder to sell. But yesterday, matinee was definitely a record and highly unusual thing to happen.
Gadget 女士表示，她多次欣賞過神韻晚會，當得知主辦方敲定星期日至星期二的劇院檔期時，仍然充滿信心。
Wonderful, such a rich, beautiful in every possible way.
观众们也有同感。
It was beautiful. It was very visually amazing and very skillful and wonderful music. The women were all so beautiful like flowers, and the men had so much passion and energy. It was wonderful.
I'm a drummer, musician, and the precision was out of this world. The beautiful dance steps, everything was just fantastic.
根据神韵官网报道，今年有5个同等大小的艺术团同时在全球巡回演出。错过当地演出的观众可以上官网查询更多资讯。新唐人记者张宁，加拿大温哥华报道。